seizure and theft, treason at the least. Is this medieval feet pics? The Greens, honor and decency. Is it just me, or does he look like a New York gangster with the fur coats? Hello everyone, my name is Michelle and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you could, please give it a like before exiting and please consider subbing. Today we'll be watching the 9th episode of House of the Dragon. Okay everyone, welcome back. We're back. How's everyone doing? March it is here. February came and went. What is it? It feels like the beginning of the season, beginning of the year always goes by faster than the ending of the year. But March is here, y'all. Blink and it's here. It's my birthday month, the 19th. I want to say thank you, really, to everyone who watches, everyone who subscribes, but mostly everyone who comments. I love it. I like the fact that you all, whatever I say, it makes you all want to comment. Like that, I truly do enjoy that. So thank you all for everyone who comments below and tells me how they think, how they feel. It's always so respectful and thought-provoking, and I truly do appreciate it. Appreciate the fact that you all want to comment. That to me is really cool. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all know that and feel that. Everyone who subscribes, everyone who watches, thank you, truly. Now, last episode, we said goodbye to Viserys, my favorite character. Well, I feel like after the time jump, he played less of a role, which makes sense. You got to put the kids, you have to really start focusing on the kids. So scaling back Viserys' role makes sense. But we got less of him, which is such a shame, mostly because Paddy is my favorite actor on this show. He is, Paddy, you did the thing. My Targaryen king. Paddy Constantine did the thing. My Targaryen king. If you know the reference, and that was such a lame thing. But granted, that entire performance was, it was not as bad as everyone makes it out for that. I don't even know the girl's name. She was wearing a pink blouse. She was not bad. I actually enjoyed it. It was camp. But yes, Paddy Constantine, you did the thing. You really brought, was he the Targaryen king that you would imagine, someone powerful and he was Balerion's rider, but granted, not really. Not really. But Paddy brought such heart. I think he's my favorite, from book to screen adaptation. The writers really did their due diligence and just fleshed him out. I think a combination of the writing, the acting by Paddy, I felt so invested in him. And it's strange because he's not going to be around for long. But the writing was excellent for him, truly, and the acting phenomenal. I think he's probably the most representative of George R. R. Martin's writing, in the sense that he has always said he loves writing the heart in conflict, and I always got that from Viserys, a character who doesn't enjoy conflict because how can I put it? He doesn't like to upset people, strangely enough, because he pretty much upsets everyone. But he's a man who just, yeah, I watched all 8 episodes back, and even from the moment he was named king, or not named king, but named Jaehaerys' heir, just there was no joy in it. There's this moment where he looks over at Rhaenys, and you definitely get the feeling that, 1, he probably feels like it should have been her, and 2, I don't want this. You get that in that moment, and it was such beautiful acting from Paddy. Not a single word in it. You felt, damn, I don't want this. Not only do I not want this, I don't think I'm fit for this. I think she is, but it is what it is. But yes, pour one out for Viserys, even though I don't drink. And just take a bow for Patty, because damn, he really, one moment that I really think of is by the was it a bonfire? It's earlier on in the season when he's talking to Alicent. That scene it's always stuck with me. And he played an ailing Viserys so well. Like, you believed his sickness and his mind going, and his love for Rhaenyra. I feel like the bond I believe the most in this show, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, is the bond and the love between Rhaenyra and Viserys. I believe it, and a lot of it has to do with Viserys, or I should say Patty, mostly. We say goodbye to Viserys because I was dreading it, because once he dies, that's when really just goes left. I mean, things are already veering left, but they just take a sharp turn. But they'll leave it to Viserys to go out with a bang on every way. He leaves a earth-shattering message for Alicent. He makes his plea at dinner, and he makes like this grand stand, his last stand as king, to back Rhaenyra and Lucerys. He went out trying to clean up as much as he possibly could. Granted, you probably should have cleaned that up while you were still living, and, well, not living, but you get what I'm saying, when you were not as ailing. But, we tend to save the most important things we have to do or say to the last minute. Now, Viserys's walk has to happen because Vaemond, Otto, and Alicent are plotting to disinherit Lucerys. They're going to use the fact that Corlys is injured to go against Corlys's wishes and make Lucerys heir. No, I mean, make Vaemond heir, disinherit Lucerys and make Vaemond heir, and that essentially leaves Rhaenyra open. And I would imagine, actually, no, I feel like the reason that episode was so entrenched with faith, the faith of the Seven, it was everywhere, because they were kind of like trying to tell the audience what the plan for Rhaenyra was without really saying it, and that was to hand her over to the faith a la Cersei. Because once Lucerys is disinherited, that then calls into question his parentage. When his parentage is in question, that then puts Rhaenyra in the hot seat, and she would be tried on grounds of fornication and adultery. And that would put her in the purview of the faith. When you think about the plan, you have to ask, what of Daemon and Viserys? Like, how do you just take Rhaenyra, hand over to the faith, without Viserys and Daemon doing something? I mean, I guess you can keep Viserys hopped up on milk of the poppy, because clearly that's what they were doing, because he didn't seem to know about any petitions being heard over Lucerys's claim. He didn't know until Daemon told him. So clearly they have been keeping the man high. Like, do I think he's in pain? Absolutely. Do I think they used his illness to essentially keep him out of politics, and so they can shore up their allies? Absolutely. I think it worked for them in both ways. But in terms of just how far could their plan have gone with Daemon and Viserys still around? And if they didn't view Daemon to be an adequate threat, well, then that kind of calls into question, well, if you don't view Daemon to be a threat, then, because, and like, why would you view Daemon not as a threat? Would it be because Aemond has Vhagar? But if Aemond has Vhagar, what's the point in usurping the throne? You don't, I mean, if you're usurping the throne to protect the children, if it's really for these noble intentions of protecting these kids, why would Daemon or Rhaenyra strike at them when Aemond has Vhagar, the greatest weapon on earth? I think this episode really calls into question a lot of people's motives. that last scene. Well, no, I'm gonna start with Aegon. Aegon being a complete and total piece, I guess, is why Alicent is having a change of heart. I do believe Viserys' speech at dinner and Rhaenyra's speech or her toast definitely played a part in her, because they blocked it so that it focuses on Otto's reaction every time Alicent engages with Rhaenyra. And yeah, I think she was going to not impede Rhaenyra's path to take the throne, essentially, is what I'm getting at. But then Viserys has his farewell speech into the afterlife that essentially spurs Alicent on to put Aegon on the throne. But that, to me, I mean, if you were going to deny Rhaenyra the throne because, one, it was a crusade of honor and decency, a la her conversation with Cole, why are you trying to put Aegon on the throne? And if it was about the children, protecting the children, well, you have Vhagar. And if it's still about protecting the children, why stop to put Rhaenyra on the throne? Especially, I mean, why stop trying to put Aegon on the throne if it's, you know, if it's not just about honor and decency, if it's a combination of honor and decency as well as protecting the kids? There's just so many holes to the last 16 years Alicent has sort of been on this path, when you kind of have her back out of putting Aegon on the throne. And then what puts her back on that path is Viserys' final wishes. Because what if Viserys' final wishes was to put Rhaenyra on the throne and Aegon wasn't a piece of shit? Would that have swayed her? Because Viserys never changed his mind. He wavered, absolutely, but he never changed his mind formally. He always wanted Rhaenyra to take the throne, and yet for 16 years, you were actively plotting, betrothing your children, telling telling Aegon you will be king, da 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 da, and that was going against Viserys. But I guess this is his dying wish, so it's more meaningful. But if his dying wish was to put Rhaenyra on the throne and Aegon wasn't a would you have clung to decency and honor and sort of say respectfully, Viserys, your daughter is dishonorable, she's indecent, my son is honorable and decent, I'm going to put him on the throne? It seems, you can flip it and question and wonder how that would have played out. But I do think there are some inconsistencies in terms of Alicent's plight or her fight. I just spit again. Ew. In this whole Aegon is promised or put like she understands what Viserys is saying. It's just I mean, okay then. Let's just watch the episode and see how this all pans out and how it all plays out, because Rhaenyra's indecent and dishonorable. Aegon is indecent and dishonorable. I mean, if Rhaenyra is, Aegon most certainly is. So this whole plight to put him on the throne, this whole crusade for the past several years to put him on the throne, and watching that scene back, it just seemed like Alicent and Talia were a well-oiled machine. And she says, how can you keep carrying on like this? Like, this wasn't the first time he has sexually assaulted a woman. So I guess her backing out of putting him on the throne has a lot to do with his character. But then it's like, you're still going to do it because that's what Viserys wants, but Viserys wanted Rhaenyra on the throne all this time. So it's like, okay, Alicent has a change of heart because Aegon is deplorable. And Viserys' last wishes is why she goes through with it. So let's see the fallout. What's with the one lone boy? Where are the guards? This is so ominous.
You're sure?
Oh, I guess she was... The boy told... Okay. And the scheming begins. Well, the scheming has already begun. It begun the second Daemon was disinherited.
He told me you wish for Aegon to be king.
Oh, so she wants that. Okay, so this isn't about honor and decency. What is she doing? Is she signaling someone? Yeah.
The king is dead.
Long live the...
He impressed upon the queen his final wish that his son...
Oh, God. This is going to annoy me. That is not what the man wanted.
Then we may proceed now with the full assurance of his blessing on our long-laid plans.
Yes.
Long-laid plans. Jesus, they're like, well, okay then.
There are two in hand. The gold will be divided for
Lord
safekeeping.
Beesbury and, you know,
ravens be
I'm
sent to
surprised
our allies,
Sir Harold's still
Riverrun and
kicking.
Highgarden.
Am I to understand that members of the small council have been planning secretly to install my son without me?
Why wouldn't they?
Queen.
Ma'am, they're getting rid of Rhaenyra because she's a woman. They don't consider her worthy of being queen or a ruler because she's a woman. You think they're gonna rope you into their plans? You may have given birth to the king, but that doesn't mean they respect you, my dear.
I have known Viserys longer than any who sit at this table, and I will not believe that he said
Lord
this.
Beesbury, a
on his
real
deathbed
one.
alone. The boy's mother is a witness.
Yeah, that does seem fishy.
Seizure! It is theft!
Seizure and
It is
theft.
treason,
Treason
at the least.
at the
It is-
least.
By
Oh
all
God,
accounts,
Kristen Cole, Jesus, this
which
ghoul.
of you here
Which of us are you accusing of regicide?
Well, you're all committing treason, so yeah.
I will have no part.
Oh my God, what the hell? Oh no, please, Sir Harold, they gonna off you. Jesus, Sir Harold, no. Tylan moves so fast.
Let us have Lord Beesbury removed.
No. The door remains shut until we finish our business.
Ew. This is some nasty work.
She'll never bend the knee. Nor will Daemon, which you know. You plan to kill them.
Sir Harold's like, I ain't for it.
A living challenger invites battle and bloodshed.
Isn't that exactly why she was going to usurp Rhaenyra to protect the kids? If the roles were reversed. Child, the lack of thought in this one's head.
The king did not wish for the murder of his daughter.
He didn't wish for his daughter to be usurped either.
Have you denied this?
And yet y'all were gonna do it.
Word, and I'll have you removed from this chamber and sent to the wall.
Send yourself there too, because this was some dumb at its finest. Y'all didn't think this was... If the reverse could be said for Aegon versus Rhaenyra, what do you think was gonna happen if Aegon took the throne versus Rhaenyra?
Your Grace.
People swore an oath. This isn't just about Rhaenyra versus Aegon. The Lord swore oaths. Some will break it, some will not want to be considered oath breakers throughout history.
Take your knights to Dragonstone. Be quick and be clean.
She's pregnant. Y'all are sick. You know what? F y'all. Y'all about to murk a pregnant woman and her children. And this was the sign y'all were all worried about her? Yeah, thank you, Harold. I'm surprised you're still breathing, but...
Recognize no authority but the king's.
There's no monarch in this room. Oh God, they're gonna have Kristen Cole kill him. Oh God, you're gonna die. They're not just gonna let you leave.
Where is Aegon?
Not here.
Well, where the hell is he? Child, y'all can't even find the kid you're trying to put on the throne. Kid, what am I talking about? Kid, my... Y'all can't find the man you're trying to put on the throne. Where's Maelor?
Where's the prince?
Forgive me, Lord Hand. I do not know.
Well, you're sworn to protect him.
He exploits his authority to order me away, and then he evades me, my lord.
Bring him to me and me alone, Sir Eric.
Oh God, is this gonna become a war between Otto and Alicent now? Child, y'all both about to lose that war. Oh, that's right, Rhaenys is here still. Oh, I wonder how that's gonna play out for her.
Everything you feel for me as your queen.
Y'all got something going on?
Cole needs me, Mother. Sir Eric isn't the only one who knows Aegon's doings.
Oh, good lord. So this is like a fight on... I guess if Otto gets Rhaenyra first, he'll kill her, right? And if Alicent... But I honestly don't think it matters who gets Aegon first, because Aegon don't listen to nobody. Y'all been trying to get that boy under heel, and it has not worked. He's only gotten worse from what I can tell. This all feels useless. Who cares who gets him first?
An establishment, we thought to inquire here as to his whereabouts.
And describe him.
That is a
This is like a game of cat and mouse. Why does this feel like something out of Scooby-Doo?
And my best to your friend.
What?
How you've grown.
Oh, good lord. I'm out. He's like, I'm leaving. Okay, goodbye. He's like, I need an adult.
It's as simple as that.
Is it as simple as that? People swore oaths.
Rhaenyra, you must now pledge them to the future king.
Here's the thing. I feel like this would make sense if it was coming from Rhaenyra herself. The fact that it's not makes it feel sketchy.
You'll not leave this room without declaring your intention.
Either bend the knee or die.
I am no oath breaker.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have so many lords who will not want to break their oath. It's not just about Aegon versus Rhaenyra. It's also about these lords. Will they break their oaths? Some will, of course, because they don't want a woman. Some won't, because their oaths mean more than what they feel like they want. And some may do actually want Rhaenyra. They don't feel any type of way
Sworn oath to the
about. Exactly. Like, you're now demanding people to become oath breakers. And where the hell is Aegon? Y'all out here trying to put this man on the throne, and he's not even in the Red Keep. If y'all don't pick up the phone and call Rhaenyra, what in the cat and mouse Scooby-Doo we got going on here? Everyone going throughout the city in these little holes looking for Aegon. What the hell am I looking at? Oh my god, Jesus! What kind of monstrous BS is this?
File the teeth. Makes them more formidable.
So this is where Aegon likes to spend his time?
Many a night in this place.
Jesus.
You see now what he is.
Is that,
One of many.
I wonder, I don't want to say it. But if you know, you know. So, he is his own children are in a fighting pit. His own child, illegitimate or not, that is your child.
And philosophy, it is I who trains with the sword, who rides the largest dragon in the world. It is I who should be...
I know what it is to toil for.
I'm next in line to the throne.
No, you're not.
Looking for me.
He has 2 sons. Hold the phone.
Rather, I'm sent by one who knows where he is. My mistress will not treat with the servants of the keep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a feeling it's Massaria. So I guess, Alicent's handmaiden, when she lit the candle, she was telling Massaria. Her handmaiden works for Massaria. So she works... I don't think she works for Otto. Oh god. Yo, it was so obvious, Lord Caswell. Oh, I completely forgot about Rhaenys.
The king. And you're usurping the throne. It was my husband's dying wish. Believe it or no.
No.
No. But, dear cousin, alive, understand.
Did she just call her cousin? Why does that remind me of Rhaenyra Sage's sister?
You should have been queen. We do not rule, but we may guide the men that do. Gently, away from violence and sure destruction, and instead toward peace. You are wiser than I believed you to be.
That has to be the biggest lie in this damn show. How did she not see this coming? I don't get it.
You desire not to be free, but to make a window in the wall of your prison. imagined yourself on the Iron Throne.
Child, if y'all were gonna usurp the from Rhaenyra to protect the children because she would put them in to the sword, then why would Aegon coming to power would not beg the same consequence? Because there will be people in the realm who will not want to break their oaths, who take their oaths extremely seriously, and they swore an oath to the king as well as Rhaenyra.
You yourself are the mysterious white worm, I take it.
My condolences on the passing of your king.
Yeah, I think her handmaiden gave that one up with the candles.
Where's the prince?
I want an end to the savage use of children in flea bottom.
So she's for the people. Okay, that's what we're doing with Miss Arya.
There is no power but what the people allow you to take.
Tell that to Aegon and Rhaenys and Senya. They took a lot. And I don't think the people necessarily wanted them to take that. How the entire Valyrian freehold was built on just savagely taking. I mean, it's a beautiful sentiment that the people give you your power, but that's not always the case, unfortunately. What the hell? Just throw him into the fire. Just toss him over. What the hell is this? Y'all, if y'all don't just let him go. Just let him go. His brother's like, just let him go. The man is a... He engages in child fighting, and he has his own child in them damn pits. The Scooby-Doo of it all. Y'all chasing after a man who does not want to be king, and he does not listen. Sir Eric's just... I'm not getting
I was
involved.
hoping you disappeared. Is our father truly dead?
Yes.
And they're going to make you king.
Ew! And he spit. Listen here.
Let me go!
Let him go. Yes, do it. Aemond, you said you're next in line because I guess all he has is daughters. Let him go. Let him go, Aemond. You can be king.
Find a ship and sail away, never to be found.
Ooh. Ooh, he looks like he's like, shoot.
The Queen awaits.
Rather, I've been a piece that you moved about the board.
If that is true, then I made you Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
I wanted whatever you impressed upon me to want.
A sacrifice made for the stability of the realm.
Jesus. Is that what he tells himself?
I have Aegon. We'll proceed now as I see fit.
But once he's king, who will... Child, y'all putting...
You look so much like your mother in certain lights.
Yes, please walk away. Y'all...
There is a web of spies at work in the Red Keep. Along
Y'all?
all our doings.
Y'all, is this what I think it is? Is this
me.
medieval feet pics? Is this what we got going on? Alicent selling feet for information? Child, this don't seem decent. Where's the honor in this? Where's the decency? Ugh, why are you selling feet pics for well, you know what? You do you, girl. So the guy with the club foot got a foot fetish?
It must be the queen dies, the bees fly without purpose.
So are they plotting to kill
I assume this
Massaria?
task falls within your expertise.
If you wish it, it will be done.
So Larys murks people on her behalf? Well, I mean, he got rid of Lionel so she can get Otto back, so... Ciao. It's a mess. It's a complete mess. The side that's for honor and decency don't look no damn they wouldn't know honor or decency, but smack them in the head. I do wonder what Rhaenys is gonna do. Like, what will be her... What was that? Oh.
With me, princess. I cannot let this treachery stand.
So Eric said, we out. Y'all are hanging bodies at Lord Caswell. So is that what they're gonna do? They're gonna just hanging him in the Red Keep like that? You know, I'm gonna call the Greens the side of honor and decency. That is their side now. The Greens, honor and decency. So that's what he likes to do, just start fires. How he killed his father and his brother.
No.
Now he killed Massaria.
Princess.
I don't think she's dead, though. I don't think Massaria's dead, though.
Have the decency to look grateful.
You don't
know what's
want
been done
this.
to this day?
Ma'am, you didn't want to be queen and your father forced it on you. He don't want to be king and now you're forcing it on him.
That's not true.
He had
No.
20 years to name the heir and never did.
Exactly.
Steadfastly, he upheld Rhaenyra's claim.
He changed his mind.
Yee, but he didn't.
He could
See,
have,
even
but he never
Aegon
did.
knows. Even Aegon knows. That is child.
Your grandfather, the Hand, will try to impress on you that Rhaenyra should be put to the sword. You must reject this counsel. You must not rule with cruelty and callousness. For all her faults, she is your sister, your father's daughter.
Do you love me?
You imbecile.
You imbecile, no, you women, I don't love you. Ma'am, your son don't listen to you. Like, there has been not an instance where Aegon has seemed to listen to anyone. I mean, except when his grandfather told him to drag his head. But beyond that, he doesn't listen. Hell, he just interrupted you while you were speaking.
Our beloved king, Viserys the Peaceful, is dead. He whispered his final wish that his firstborn son, Aegon, should succeed him.
Is it just me, or does he look like a New York gangster with the, like, fur coats? Sorry, that's so random. Oh, he's in black. Even he, look at him wearing black, supporting Rhaenyra. Even he doesn't want this. He's wearing Rhaenyra's colors. This man looks like he hates them all for doing this to him. Did someone just cough? That would have been me. Try to hold it in like, oh damn. Sorry. Oh, Rhaenys is sneaking off. Oh, she's gonna go get Melees. Aemond's like this.
Let the seven bear witness.
I should have let him go.
Aegon Targaryen is the true heir to the Iron Throne.
Oh, the Kingmaker.
Aegon the King!
Boo. I'd be the only one in that crowd going, boo. I know you. Oh. Oh, God. He's mad with power now.
It's hard to put a leash on a dog once you've put a crown on its head.
And this man's like, I'm getting everything I wanted. It took me damn near 20 years. I had to disinherit Daemon, get Rhaenyra on the throne, get Alicent, as heir, get Alicent as queen, make sure she gets pregnant. I've done mine. Oh. Rhaenys, you couldn't have found a more gentler way of getting out? Oh my god, rocks flying. Good lord. Damn. 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 Rhaenys. Well, the small folk, I guess. Alicent said, ring the doorbell. She's like, ding dong, ding dong. not gonna do anything. I mean, you're gonna kinslay in front of all the small folk, ma'am? Ding dong! Cheers my answer! Rhaenys is gone. I would say to warn Rhaenyra, but you know. Okay, so that was episode 9, the Green Council, hence the green, but no one, well, Alicent was wearing green, but I think Helena was too, but everybody else was decked out in black. Even Team Green is Team Black. They don't really wear green like that. I am interested in, because there's the thing that I take away the most from this episode is Aemond saying he's next in line. That makes me wonder the gender of Aegon's children, because we really haven't seen much of his kids. We only saw the twins, but because he says he's next in line. It's not like he says I wish to be king, but he says if Aegon disappears, he's next in line. So curious. I am curious about Aegon's children. Sir Harold as well. I don't know what happened to him. I thought they were gonna kill him because they seem so dogged on shutting everything down. So that was okay. So yeah, that was episode 9. I liked it more than episode 8. I do think the chasing Aegon around was a bit very Scooby-Doo-ish. It felt very but I get it in the sense that it was true. It fills up time to sort of check in on who Aegon is out behind the scenes, but like at night, what Aegon gets up to at night. And it also creates a moment for Aemond to vent his frustrations that, you know, the second son in this case would have, especially when the eldest child is someone like Aegon. I would imagine, yeah, that would frustrate the hell out of anyone. Okay, so as for Alicent in this episode, you know, Rhaenys said something earlier on in the season. She said Viserys, or she says to Rhaenyra, your father is no fool. And then she says here in this episode that you're wise, Alicent. And I'm like, no, Viserys was a fool and Alicent is not that wise, because the children are in danger, because if Rhaenyra takes the throne, the lords of the realm are going to know that she has no place on that throne because she's a woman, because she has a brother. It is his right, it is his birthright, and yada 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 yada. And they are going to want him to take the throne, regardless of whatever oaths they have sworn. And therein lies the threat. In order to truly secure her claim to that throne, she's going to have to put her brothers to the sword. That's what Otto says, and that's what Alicent says to Aegon. Now, one could say the reverse can be true. If Aegon takes the throne and Rhaenyra, if they usurp the throne from Rhaenyra and they take it, one could say that Aegon is going to have to put Rhaenyra to the sword as well, because the lords of the realm swore an oath to her. And just because some lords are willing to break their oaths and become oath breakers, being known throughout history as oath breakers, doesn't mean all the lords of the realm will do that. So now, as we saw in this episode, now you are putting the High Lords in a position where they are now going to have to break their oath. It's now sort of their integrity being kind of called into question. So you will have lords who are going to push for Rhaenyra to press her claim to that throne, if not for her sake, but for theirs, in terms of their honor and staying true to their oaths that they swore to their previous king. So Alicent not seeing that, not seeing the reverse as a possibility, even though if you were to think, okay, if Rhaenyra takes the throne, this is what could happen. Well, what could happen if Aegon takes the throne? I don't know. I just feel like, not that wise, my dear. If you didn't see the reverse being where Rhaenyra's life would be put to the sword, or Rhaenyra's life would be forfeit, and the whole you guys have been looking to install a king, Aegon as king, without me. And I'm like, dear, they're taking the throne because Rhaenyra's a woman. You may have given birth to the king, but you are still a woman as well. There's only so much they are going to allow you. And speaking of allowing you to rule and having a voice, that boy does not listen. There's never been a single scene where we have seen Aegon listen to his mama. He does not listen to her. So this whole speech, we can only guide the men in our lives gently and all that. I'm like, ma'am, not only are you a hypocrite, you're delusional. That has never worked. It has never worked in your life when it comes to this boy. When have you been able to guide him gently? I have seen you smack, beat, yell at this kid. Nothing. It has not worked. None of your child rearing has worked for this kid. So it all seems so befuddling. And then Rhaenys at the end, I guess she doesn't kill them because one, that's kinslaying, and that's like, it doesn't get worse than being a kinslayer for Westerosi people. That and violating guest rights, that's also another like, oh no. So I mean, yeah, I guess there was no gentler way for Rhaenys to get out the dragon pit, but damn, just stomping on the little people, which I guess is a metaphor for how this all goes. What's that saying? The High Lords play their games and the people essentially suffer for it. So yeah, Rhaenys stomps out a whole bunch of little people. I guess that's her way of saying no to Alicent. I will not be controlled. I will not be manipulated. And I'm not gonna bow to Aegon. But I didn't see Rhaenys Dracarysing them because that is her kin, that is her blood, and that is kinslaying. And to do it so publicly as well. I mean, you just stomped out a whole bunch of small folks, so they're gonna not think too highly of you anyways. But yeah, add kinslaying on top of that, child, they'll be calling you the next coming of Satan if you did that all in one fell swoop. Anyways, I definitely did enjoy the Green Council a lot more than I did the previous episode, The Lord of the Tides. The fallout of Viserys wasn't as, I like the fact that the show did establish there was always a plan to have Aegon put with or without Alicent's knowledge, that even if Viserys gave Alicent his blessings, which he didn't, but she interprets it as his blessings to put Aegon on the throne, it was always going to happen, and there was really nothing Alicent could do. I think they probably would have just did her like Rhaenys, but then again, Kristen Cole is such a goddamn loose cannon. He just murked Lord Beesbury. He was nothing. Shout out to Lord Beesbury. You were the realest one. And I guess Massaria, because she's like, listen, y'all need to clean up the streets. You got your boy king gambling in child pits and fighting. He has his own child in that damn fighting pit. And I wonder if that's who I think it might be. If you know, you know. But yeah. I definitely enjoyed this episode a lot more. There were a little confusing moments, like I said. Yeah, like Alicent not realizing that the reverse would be true, that Rhaenyra's life would also be forfeited for the same reasons Aegon. You would think Aegon's life would be forfeited. It's just interesting how they just paint Rhaenyra out to be like this monstrous thing. And yet when you see everything unfold, it's like, child, you all are everything you try to paint her out to be. They literally hanged Lord Caswell in the Red Keep as a warning, and essentially it's either bend the knee or die. I don't know. I'm not, y'all are giving everything you said Rhaenyra was supposed to give. I'm trying to think if I wanted to say anything other than that. I think my biggest question was Aemond being next in line. I think that was really the only question I have for the episode. I guess Rhaenys is going off to Dragonstone, probably to collect Baela and Rhaena, if anything, and then just F off to Driftmark. Because I honestly don't see why she would stay to help Rhaenyra. I don't see that last scene of Aegon just, drunk with power. I don't see that ending well. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I hope you all are well. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy your day. If you enjoy the reaction, go ahead and give it a like. Tell me what you all thought of the episode down below, and subscribe.